Morning, folks. Today's soap is brought to us by Yulay. The name of this one here is Down Under. It has a smoky leather scent. My nose does pick that up. There's other scents to this, but that is the one thing my nose definitely picks up with this soap. Excuse me. Of course, like the majority of her soaps, they're pretty soft. I've got it whipped up here in the Crown King Scuttle. This is a RazoRock brush, and it's on the wet side, not real drippy. It should work out pretty well. Nice slickness for this morning. Also got the Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements alum block without the rubber band, at least what's left of the alum block. Got Humphrey's Witch Hazel, that's mentholated and got peppermint in it. I'm going to be following up today with the aftershave that matches this thin. Pretty nice. I like it. Shaver of the day. Matter of fact, I forgot to get the dispenser. But anyway, here's the shaver of the day. Occam's razor. It comes in different colors. And when I got this one here, I got it on sale. It's like for 50 bucks. You can see the blade there. And that is a Schick Proline. It's referred to as a P30. Has a lot more to do with the P30 as how many blades are in the dispenser. I was shaved with it yesterday. Today will be the second use. It is a different shave feel in comparison to the Kai Pinks, to shorten that name up a little bit, as well as the Feather Supers that I normally use. Definitely has a different shave feel, and it reminds me of a regular injector blade. That's the shave feel that I get from it. I already put a hot towel to the face this morning, as well as Preshave oil that doubles as a beard oil from Stirling. And matter of fact, I'm getting down to the bottom of what's left. I'm thinking, since I have been working with Stirling's beard oil that doubles as a pre-shave oil, that next I'm going to start using coconut oil, see how that compares. I've used coconut oil in the past, but this is before I really was using pre-shave oil, I guess you might say, on a regular basis. Now I'll be able to go back to it and get a good idea how that works out. Because in the grand scheme of things, your chances are, depending on what kind of coconut oil you go with, it's going to be cheaper to go with coconut oil. Get started with the first pass here. This particular shaver, I do like this one. It gives me, at least I've been able to get nice smooth shaves with it. Yesterday's shave was really smooth, but like I say, there is a shave feel difference with this blade. And finding this blade, not the easiest in the world. In other words, without having to go to eBay, for instance. And most of those sellers on eBay wants to sell you a box. In other words, see, it'd be a box of 10 of them. So in other words, 300 blades, run anywhere from roughly $120, $130, somewhere in there. That's including shipping, by the way. So it is an item that's not the easiest to find, especially if you're just looking to try 30 of them before you buy a whole box or anything quite like that. Face it, forking out $130 or so for a box of blades, most of us are not in the market for something like that. But if you use this blade, you might become a big fan of it, especially once you start buying it in bulk and figuring out the price and figure out how many smooth, comfortable shaves you can get with this blade. You might become a big fan of it. It's pretty smooth, but it does, like I say, it does have a totally different feel compared to the other two blades that I normally use. I've had these blades for a while, just wanting to get to this point where I'm using single edges and got the experience fresh in my mind, see how they compare. And blades are working out pretty well so far. Last night was our band here, Broken Arrow, had another performance, except for this time, instead of being out like on a football field, the band was in the PAC here in Broken Arrow, and to have the band in the PAC is a tight squeeze. The band is not small. And the band in the PAC was loud, which was great. To me, I thought that's the part that just added, how you say, the great performance last night was just that volume to me is something I like. There was a gentleman from the local radio station here that was doing the announcing, which, believe it or not, Dan Potter, I listen to him in the mornings on the way to work. So I know last night was probably a late night for him, because you know he's already at work now. Yeah, he has an early rise. But the last night they made the announcement that in 2021 January, in other words, not this coming year January, but the following January, Broken Arrow, the marching band, will be at the Rose Parade, which is, you know, that's awesome. I mean, for a high school band to get recognized like that is pretty cool. Something to look forward to. My wife's already mentioning it. She had to work late, so she didn't get to make the event. So she was, you know, excited when she heard about it, and is already saying that that's going to be that year's Christmas. We're going to go to California to the Rose Parade. We'll see how that works out. California from Oklahoma is a wee bit of a drive. Don't know she's up to flying. It'll be exciting. Of course, Big Brother was giving Little Brother a hard time about, is he going to stick with it long enough? Because there's a lot of hours put into this, which is what was discussed last night. How much, you know, not only do the kids put in to the band, but the parents, all the volunteer work that goes into something like this. It's quite a bit of time. It's another part-time job, in other words. And some of the parents, I'm not so sure they're putting in more than just a part-time job. Putting in quite a bit of effort. There is a little bit of feedback with this blade in comparison to the other two. Like I said, this does remind me of more of an injector blade type feel to it. The grind is a little bit different between the Kai Pinks and the Feather Super. You just have to put them side by side, and you can see how the grind is different. To me, I think that's one of the reasons why the shave feel is so much different. I do enjoy this shaver. It gives me such nice shaves. Angle set. I thought this handle would give me more of a trouble than what it does, and I don't have any problems out of it. I'm getting used to it. Because it is a different shape. The part that is probably the most surprising about this handle is you can tell how it's concave right there. That makes a world of difference on the grip, in my opinion. Check this part over here real quick. Yep. I'm telling you, this shaver does a great job. Hits my tough spots pretty easy, without a whole lot of effort. Really nice shave. I enjoy this shaver. This particular website that has this shaver is called Classic Shaving, and they've got a line of shavers I guess you might say on the same vein. Different kind of handles. Of course, like I said, they got different colors, and face feel is really nice. That is one thing about post-shave feel with Monica's soaps. It's always a nice post-shave feel. Face feels really good. There's a couple of more razors coming out. Supposed to be shipping by the end of this month, right around Black Friday, Thanksgiving in other words. There's two different styles. Enoch and the Harem Commander. Harem Commander is the one that has the look of Cobra Classic, if you will, or King Cobra, at least at the head at that point, but just a very unique looking shaver. Really got my attention. That handle. The going price right now, last time I looked, was the Harem Commander is going for $100, and for me, I have reward points, like loyalty points, if you will, and so that made that shaver a lot more affordable. I was able to get it for $50. Thought, yeah, when you factor those in, that puts that price range down where I guess you might say that fits my budget a lot better. $50 versus $100, that's a world of difference. Matter of fact, that's what I got this shaver for, was for $50. Otherwise, I still wouldn't have one if that price didn't drop and I wasn't ready to do something like that. But I am kind of anxious to get these two shavers to see how they work out. I've got they both take the Artist Club type blades, so I'm set for blades. But as one thing I have noticed is the difference in between shaving with a DE blade versus a single edge blade. The thickness of that single edge blade does make a difference in how the shave feels as well as the grind. And for me, I can shave with this all week without it. I mean, just smooth, comfortable, easy for me to use. Angle's not a problem. I'm anxious to see how the other two work out. Aftershave here. Face feels wonderful this morning. You might be able to tell on the top of my head again, I was working on cleaning the windows of my truck, and my height in the truck right there at the top of the door jamb is it's a 92 Ford F-150, and it's got hard plastic right through there that's textured, and every once in a while I scrape the heck out of my top of my head, and I sure did last night when I was cleaning my windows. I'm always hitting my head on something. Just a little bit of stinging up there. Just a little bit. But that's only because I scraped my head. This is a really nice scent. It's a scent for me I can use year round, even though it does indicate, kind of like summertime. But yeah, it is a really nice scent. That smoky leather is, for me, I like it. It may not be everybody's cup of tea, but for me, it works well for me. Had a great shave this morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Stay safe and smooth shaves to you.